Today, we also have a joy of hearing from one of our faculty members. Every year, just as the students choose a student from whom they want to hear an address, every year they also choose a faculty member. This year, the students selected Professor Elizabeth Duke. Soon after earning her PhD in political science from George Washington University, Dr. Duke became a tenured professor at Washington, D.C.'s Trinity University. Like many of our school's faculty, though, she quickly got bit by the Washington bug, and she went into federal service, first in the Office of Personnel Management, then with the Health and Human Services, where she quickly developed a reputation for effective reform management. In her most recent 3 positions, she served as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Administration for Children and Families, served as Administrator of the Health Resources and Services Administration, and then overhauled the business processes and human resources of the Food and Drug Administration. Along the way, Dr. Duke has received numerous honors in both her federal and academic careers. Perhaps the most prestigious is the Presidential Rank Award for Distinguished Executives, the highest award available for career members of the Career Executives Senior Executive Service. She has also won teaching honors, including this very same honor back in 2011. The graduates seem to have a proclivity for Dr. Duke. Betty, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction, Dinor. And to the class of 15, thank you so much for including me in your ceremony. As I looked at you coming in today, my heart just exploded. I'm just so thrilled that you're starting another chapter of your wonderful story. I actually have written 4 sets of remarks for you today. I will only deliver one. I decided to offer this set of thoughts because I hoped that it would serve as useful reminders for stuff you already know from your classes and your rich experience. One of the important things that I've emphasized in my teaching is the idea of working with people. As part of that idea, I've stressed working in teams because, as you know from your experience, that's the way work gets done today. It's not so much about managing as it is about leading people to facilitate mission accomplishment. People are your most important resource, much more important than money, even though we all argue we need more of those beautiful bucks. Often what you really need is for the right people to play nicely in your sandbox. And what I mean by that is for them to give you their all to achieve objectives beyond their own self-interest, because you have allowed them to see and to own a greater good. No matter how low you are on the bureaucratic totem pole, been there, done that, started out as a GS 12 step 6, or how high you are, even at the very top, you need to be part of good working relationships, be it in government, be it in corporate life, be it in nonprofits. And it has a lot to do with understanding the multiple roles that have to get played in teams. It especially means understanding correctly one of the most misunderstood roles, namely leadership. In some places, leaders are defined as those with the biggest mouths and the loudest roars. If you land there, depart quickly. In reality, leadership, when it's real leadership, is often that quiet leadership that understands what roles really need to be in teams and provides clear direction and allows others to exercise their formal and informal expertise. It's the one that gives the credit to others and takes satisfaction from a group success. And amazingly, and believe it or not, I know it's true, this leadership practice ultimately does get recognized. And with that recognition can come big career success. Along the way, understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, and being a master of yourself, and appreciating what others have to contribute are all arts that need to be honed during your career. I once had a boss, and you knew I'd have to have one story for you, right? I once had a boss who said to me, "I hired you for your best, not for yes." He told our whole organization that when he or someone else put an idea on the table, that he wanted us all to be part of a lively discussion with honesty and a commitment to the best. But when a decision had to be made, and he was the owner of the company, and ultimately that duty fell to him, he hoped that we would support his decisions. He lived by that. He ran the company that way. I think he's a great example of a really great boss. You're going to be great bosses. My bottom line is this: you're entering a fast-moving, ever-changing world. We're solving wicked problems, leading change, and fostering innovation are what society seeks from you. And we're embracing those challenges with intellectual curiosity, professional skill, a demanding sense of urgency, and a huge amount of personal gusto will be the keys to your survival as well as the keys to your success. We at the School of Public Policy have started you in that direction, and I hope you'll continue to work at that with study and creativity throughout your career. I wish for each of you personally what I've found in my life: the joy of work that's worth doing, of doing work that you think is important, that matters to you, and friends and loved ones to share your quests. In other words, I wish for you a supremely wonderful life of accomplishment and love. Thank you so much.